Welcome to the Deakin University Match of the Round. It is Warrandyte versus Ferntree Gully in a standalone senior women's clash this afternoon. I'm Ryan Long, joined by Ray Baird out here at Warrandyte Reserve, and with us is the senior coach of the Warrandyte Football Club, Lachlan Richardson. Lachlan, thanks for joining us. It's great to be out here and for a standalone game, the only senior women's game today.
Thanks for having me, Ryan and Ray. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's a massive opportunity Warrandyte has ahead of us. We're going against top side Ferntree Gully, who have been pretty good all year. They've been the standard, along with Bayswater, who have really come hard late in the year. They had a slow start, but they've been fantastic. Yeah, we're really excited for the challenge.
It's a perfect test for you and the girls today coming into this clash. As you said, Ferntree Gully undefeated. And yourself, you're right on the edge of finals at the moment, was in the four before last week, and are certainly going to be in the mix come the final end of the season. So it's a great test, and really see where everyone is sitting.
Yeah. I mean, it's if you'd asked me at the start of the year if we'd be, where you think we'd be at, I wouldn't have thought we'd be really challenging the mix heading into finals, but credit to the girls and the commitment we've had all year. It's been a really good improvement in our pre-season, and then that's followed into the season itself. Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do to make it into finals, but we're pretty excited for the challenge.
How have you seen the development of the girls this year? Obviously, last season was the first time the senior women's side was up and running at Warrandyte. We're able to win a couple of games, but this year's been really impressive, as you said. Similar to Wanturna South, both being second year in the running of the competition, and a chance to play finals. That must be really impressive to see the development of the girls across the year.
Yeah, well, Mark and I came on board just before the pre-season. Mark being the other coach, Mark Tuwala, and we made a commitment. We wanted to make sure they're having fun, because that was part of the reason they're playing footy, and so do a lot of local teams. They're there to have some fun, but it's hard to have fun when you're losing games of footy. So we wanted to challenge ourselves to play some really good footy, and yeah, that's what we've done. At least we've improved a lot in terms of our structures and overall skills. Yeah.
The object of the game, of course, is to perform on the field, but how have the girls intertwined with the rest of the club, during training and all that type of thing?
Yeah, it's a great question, Ray. It's one of the things that we wanted to improve on from last year. We got some feedback from the girls that they wanted to be a bit more part of the club. I think, and I've played for Warrandyte for quite some time now, having the girls inject themselves into the club has been one of the more special things throughout my journey. They really enjoy showing up and joining in on everything. They've helped run our functions. They're selling the meat trays, and they're doing those sorts of things. And the club wanted to give back to them, because they've been giving to us. And we think we've done that throughout this year. We've certainly improved on it, and we've been enjoying it out on the field with a few more wins than last year. So yeah.
And you get the girls along, and of course, when you have these social functions and all that, they bring their parents or their partners all that, and so the club becomes, a bigger and stronger off the field.
Yeah.
Also, look, there's one player there, Sophia McDowell. First game today.
Game today. She's actually my second cousin.
Oh, okay.
She's got a soccer background.
Okay.
Played some really high level.
Could be handy in the wet weather, kicking the ball off the ground, mate.
That's it. She's got a big kick on her, as a lot of soccer players do. Another player that's not on the list, Alice. She's injured at the minute. She had a soccer background, and she transitioned quite well. I think soccer, the running patterns and the spacing, they translate quite easily. And look, it's her first game. I've known her since she was a little tacker, and she's always had a lot of energy, and I'm really excited to see how she goes today. And yeah.
And looking at the list there, is there anyone that you want to allude us to that, to keep an eye on, one of your mainstream players?
Yeah, look, I might look at just here, Charlotte. It's her first game for us today, although she's a junior player.
Okay.
She's pushing for Northern Nights spots in the juniors, and we're really excited to have her in the back line, and really, because our rebound 50 has been impressive, but it's going to be exciting to see what she can bring to the lineup today.
Absolutely. And before we let you go, the side will be also wearing the Indigenous jumper, which is fantastic to see.
Yeah.
We saw that last year as well.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about that and the initiative that started it.
Yeah. So it was a few years ago. Dakota Brooking was part of it. So I play with him in the senior club, along with I think some local artists, and I think the cricket club was involved as well. That's really special to him, and it's really special for us to support him and his heritage, and I think it's just a really special day and a couple of weeks, because we wear it for next week as well.
Oh, good.
The design is so special, and I think if you can grab him today, because he'll be hovering around, I might send him up here and he can have a good chat to you about it. Yeah, but the club's really excited about it, and it's quite a special design, yeah.
It certainly is, and it's fantastic for us to be out here. The first time we've been able to cover Warrandyte for a senior women's match of the round. All the best. Thanks for joining us, Lachlan, and all the best today.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Ray.
Thanks, Lachlan.
He's doing a great job there with the Warrandyte Football Club, and obviously the side, it's a big game for them today. Sitting fifth at the moment, a big chance to play finals this season. And just joining us now is Dwayne, the Ferntree Gully senior coach. Dwayne, thanks for joining us. It's great to be able to cover the Gully for the second time this season.
Yeah, no, thanks, boys. Thanks for coming down. It's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. And you're playing Warrandyte, who are certainly in the mix to play finals. We did a bit of a run home on the podcast this week and think they might sneak in. How do you sort of see their form at the moment and the key factors that you think you need to implement today to get across the line?
Yeah, no, I think their form's been really, really good. I think they're a bit of an underdog or quiet sort of sneaky horse in the fight. So we played them out here in a night game, round 3, and it was a lot closer than what the scoreboard sort of shows. They're real physical. They really know how to play this ground really well. So for us, we know the midfield battle is going to be the big one. I think that's where the game's going to be won. They've got some great players in there that have been in their best most weeks and really drive them to get the ball forward. So we were just speaking with the mids about that then, and what we need to do, how we want to play, and just that quick ball movement and get it in quick to our forwards and just sort of not let them congest the game on us. And I think that's sort of where it's going to be won or lost today.
And for the club, obviously coming off a bye last week, a standalone game today. Is that something exciting for the girls, knowing that it is the only senior women's game today, and I'm sure there's probably a fair few eyes on the game today with everyone else having a bye? Yeah,
absolutely. Well, I mean, we look to claim any opportunity that we can showcase our program and everything else. So to be a standalone game and then hear the EFNL was coming down, really put a perk in our step on our Thursday night with training. You could really see the girls were excited. The mood and the vibe during our warm-up was fantastic. And, look, as I said, Warrandyte, they're a class side. The competition's really, really tight. For us, we see this as a pre-finals game and really gets to see where we stand with that sort of pressure.
We talk about the closeness of the competition, and you've got to be wary when you play some of these sides that down lower. Now, I saw your last game against Wanturna South. They kept with you to half-time, but after half-time, your girls really got going. Is it a style that you sort of a bit sluggish in the first quarters, or was that just on the day?
Oh, it comes down to the competition. Look, as I said, Wanty South and us, the first game was really, really close. We sort of jumped out of the gates in the first half, and then they caught us up in the second half, and you could sort of say it almost reversed in the second game. So you can just see how the two sides have worked against each other. We just try and break everything down 20 minutes at a time. You look to try and play that four-quarter game into our brand, but, as I said, every team we come up against has wanted to fight. We know we're hunted. We sit on top. They want to get us. We prepare ourselves so that we embrace that. And, we just look forward to every challenge that comes our way.
Is that something you spoke about during the week every week? Because, everyone's looking at the moment as a benchmark undefeated and probably putting in their best performance every time they play against Ferntree Gully, because they know that's if you don't put in your best four-quarter performance, you're not going to be able to get close.
Oh, 100%. And, we don't want to make that taboo. We don't have anything that's not spoken about. If you do that, that's where nerves come in and fear can come into the game, and we don't want to have that. So we embrace it. As I said, tight competition, really good players in every team we play against. Same with our team. We just look to take on every challenge, try and play our brand of footy, play our four quarters, and the scoreboard will look after itself from there.
I want to talk to you just about one of your players. She's actually the granddaughter of one of my best mates, and he tells me how. And I've seen a couple of your games this year. Brianna Smith. Now you've slotted her in at centre half back, but look. All back lines need a general, but she is your general down back.
Mate, she has been fantastic. It's her first season, and you know, she spent the whole pre-season and this year just always asking questions, wanting to learn, takes risks. You know, we really encourage them to just play their game. You make a mistake, you take a risk, and it doesn't go your way, reset yourself. Don't live in that. And she lives by that. So the way she attacks the footy in a one-on-one contest, where if it gets past her, it could really hurt us, and she's able to win it, is fantastic. And we've been absolutely stoked with her. The way she goes about her work down there, and having Tess with 100 games experience, I think gives her that a little bit of confidence as well, knowing she's got someone behind her that can guide her as she goes.
And for those who don't know much about the side, it's very young across the board. A lot of under-18s who have come through, and players who are new to the club or new to footy as well. So that must be pretty impressive to see just the way they've adapted to senior football, or to football in general, if it's their first season. Been fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going into the season, you're not too sure how it's going to go. The 18s only started joining in with us really late March. You know, we've got 6 or 7 of them in the side, so we're really lucky they've played together for 6 or 7 years. But then, gelling that all into one big group with, some first-year players and, 3 or 4 from other clubs and everything. It's been our focus just on-field, off-field, getting around each other, trying to bond, get to know each other, know each other's weaks and strengths and all that. So, seeing girls like Sophie, who made Team of the Week a couple of weeks ago as a 16, 17-year-old, they're the things that really highlight that what we're doing is working, and that they're feeling really comfortable and getting to showcase how they can play this game.
Absolutely, Dwayne. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate time as always, and looking forward to this game. All the best this morning.
Yeah, thank you very much, boys.
The senior coach there of the Ferntree Football Club, Ferntree Gully Football Club, has done a fantastic job this season, and they're in some really good form at the moment, coming into this game undefeated, 7-0, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how Warrandyte sort of attack this game, and the way they start. It's going to be very important. They cannot afford to probably give Ferntree Gully a 2 or 3 goal head start in the first term, right?
No, because as I alluded to, the last game that they played, Ferntree Gully, once they got wound up and got into it after half-time, they played some fantastic football. And so Warrandyte are going to be, they've got to try and stick with them. And look, they might jump out the blocks, Warrandyte, and blow them off the park. We don't know, because we haven't seen Warrandyte yet. But no, all in all, as long as they enjoy the game, that's what it's all about.
That's right. Absolutely. And it is fantastic to see Ferntree Gully back in the competition for the senior women's program, up and running again. When I started on the media team, Ray, in 2021, that's a couple of years ago now, and they were in Premier Division or Premier B and doing such a great job. So to see them back on track, and they're going to rise up the divisions, I reckon, pretty quickly with the group they've got. Very young. They're going to be some very, very talented players in this list.
So, Ryan, what we're finding out, though, clubs have a team one year, but then the girls fall away for various reasons and all that. But it is great to have them back again, and restart again, and off they go again, because, it's very hard to maintain young people, particularly girls, I would imagine, harder than boys, is to, keep them involved for year after year. So you've got to have a little bit of success for that, because no one wants to play football and not have the success. So if you can have success, and that doesn't mean winning premierships, that just means being competitive in most games, you'll keep those girls in the club.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. No, I couldn't agree more. And looking at this game, it's 1 versus 5 today. A big clash, particularly for Warrandyte. Ray, we went through the run home, me and Josh, in the podcast this week, and we did a bit of crystal balling. It's very hard to do, and we obviously get a lot wrong. But on my calculations, even with a loss today for Warrandyte, with Fair Park sitting second at the moment, they've got a very tough run home. They've got to play Ferntree Gully, and they get a bye in the last round of the season and play Bayswater, I think. So they've got 2 of the top 4 sides and a bye, which makes it tough. Warrandyte, after this game, there's some real winnable matches. This potentially is a winnable game. Yep. So I think they can sneak into finals, which would be massive for the club, considering they've only just very fresh into the senior women's competition themselves.
And it is really exciting for the whole Eastern Football Netball League. We talk about the closeness of Premier Division and all these First Division and whatever, but now we're talking about the closeness of, 4th Division women's football as well, and that's really exciting too.
I actually think Division 4, having a look at all 5 divisions, I think this is the most exciting race to the final series, because there are 5 very good sides there's going to be one very good side that misses out in 5th, I believe, and even Nuttawading, who sits 6th, are very impressive themselves on their day. And we're actually just joined now by Kate Green, who's going to be on the boundary today. It's a big day out here at Warrandyte Reserve, and you've done a fantastic job already getting all the notes sorted as you do every week.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Very, very good, Kate. And just for those who don't know, not just you don't just do the boundary. You come in early. Before I was probably 2 hours after you got here, and you've had all the notes for every player on both sides. You've organised the coach interviews, so you've done a lot of work, and that's every single week. And what for you personally, how much have you enjoyed this season with the senior women's football and the matches of the round?
Between when we started in 2022 and what are we 3/4 through season 24, just the level of player skill has jumped exponentially each year, and the passion and desire. Like, I know sadly this year we had East Berwick fold, but we've seen other teams that were in 2022 no wins, and all of a sudden they're, potential based on whether or not they the top 4 win or lose a game. For example, when we went and saw Wanturna South, hadn't won a game, had so much fun. Even their coaching team, including the trainers, were having fun. They were there, and they were so excited for us to do a women's match of the round. And I think for women's football, as it grows and as we get better and better at doing our coverage of it, I think that's just going to, come across so much.
Kate, we really have to acknowledge what you do, pardon me. We really have to acknowledge, because as Ryan said, you make our job easier, because everything on every player is written down in front of us and we just read it out. But you yourself, you put a comment on our Facebook stream just for the media team this week. Now you're getting hugs from the coaches. Now that means that that's the appreciation that the coaches have also for the work that you do.
I think there's a little bit extra in that. As you know, Lee and I have been involved with the EFNL when it was the EFNL and now EFNL since 2003. And, our son played footy for Donvale and that. And our daughter Megan has been filming football since she was 7. She started with her brothers. So you get to know the coaches and that. But I think it's just the fact that I just like to have a chat with them. I'm not called Mrs. Have a Chat by my family for nothing. And I think that they appreciate the fact that we not just want to know about their team and their stats and that we want to know about them. How's the team going? How are they going? Or just saying to them, look, you had a rough week last week. How are you coming back from that? Are you okay? Because we talk about the players, but we don't talk much about the coaches and the assistant coaches and where their mindsets are with things. So always just ask them how are they going. I know for a fact that everybody involved with the Eastern Football League are very appreciated what LKM Media do. Your whole family. You mentioned Megan there, the best camera woman in the eastern suburbs without a doubt, and your whole family's involved in that company, and it's grown and grown, and they do a fantastic job, don't they, Ryan?
Absolutely right, and it's been great to be able to come out to new clubs as well. As Kate mentioned, we've never been to a Warrandyte senior women's game, and this is their first time on a live stream coverage as they come out onto the ground now and wearing their Indigenous jumpers, which look fantastic. And we were lucky to get a bit of an insight from Lachlan before the game about the jumper and when it was originated with Nakota Brooking, and it's looking fantastic. The 19s who just played before wearing it as well, so all teams today for the Warrandyte Football Club will be wearing it, which is great to see.
Well, gentlemen, I'll leave you because I've got a boundary to go and meet.
Okay.
But as you know, you get 1 green, you get 4.
Yeah,
Take
that's
care,
certainly
guys.
right. Thanks, Kate. As we almost get ready to start, looks like we'll get both the under-19 side and the senior women's side getting their photo done in the jumper, which is Fantastic. Is that all that the under-19s at the moment right in front of us? Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's about 15 players. Did they play with 15, Ray? 15
they
or
must
16?
have. They must have, because no one walked off. Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty decent effort. With
just on those jumpers, as you know, I play over 60s, over 70s cricket at Warrandyte, and our cricket tops are red like that, and they have the Indigenous on the sleeves as well. So I only just noticed it's the same as what we have in the cricket. So.
No, that's right. You've had a couple of good innings out here.
Yeah, one or two.
Which is great to see as we'll get the coin toss in the middle with the two captains, and it's great to be out here, Ray. It's one of my favourite places to come to, although I did get lost because Google Maps took me on a different route today and ended up in someone's driveway and thought I'm never going to make it here.
It's a great position to watch football here. Look, I remember back the very first day they opened these club rooms up here, and it was a fourth division club between Sylvan and Warrandyte. And it was a marquee game where Glenn Archer and someone else played for Warrandyte, and Brown ex-Hawthorn.
Campbell Brown
played for Sylvan, and it was
Campbell Brown got yellow carded.
They were both undefeated.
I
and
remember
I tell you what,
game.
There would have been 4,000 people here.
Yeah, Campbell Brown got carded, I think.
Yeah,
he did.
Yes, that's right. And it was that popular. In each corner on the outer side, they had barbecues there, and an hour after the game, they still had queues up at the barbecue.
Well, they've got some very good burgers here. The Blood Burger.
Yes.
I'll get stuck into before we depart here today. But fantastic to have Warrandyte's company today and setting it up. And great to see Ferntree Gully for the second time this season as we get ready for the start of the game. Both sides out there at the moment.
Boundary.
As we go down to Kate Green, who's down on the boundary at the moment.
I think you'd call the ground very heavy.
So, what is it like out there? Is it just because obviously no rain at the moment, but as you said, a bit heavy on foot?
Absolutely.
So
Kate, the last 25 metres on that outer side, inside the fence, is always wet, and that's due to the creek over there. We have the same problem in cricket. You know, we hit the ball out there, we keep running because we know the ball's going to stop.
But you
the
never
opposition stop, and it's always a little bit more damp out there. Just inside the boundary for probably 10, 15 metres.
Well, you're spot on, Ray. That hasn't changed. But the other thing is, I think I need to pack lunch to get back over to you guys.
You're a long way away. We can see out the far side with the coaches' boxes on that side near the scoreboard. As we get started here.
Looks like Warrandyte are kicking to the tennis club end, not the shops end.
What road's that down on the right?
I don't ask me that, mate.
Oh, this is your neck of the woods.
I know, but I don't look at the road.
He's got Siri to get him there.
You can Google it, seeing you got lost getting there.
Yeah, that's true. No, well, Google Maps is hopeless.
Okay. Just waiting for the umpire now. Players are all in position. Looks like they're ready. Holds the ball aloft.
Heidelberg, Warrandyte Road.
Okay. Up go the rucks. Bianca DePruz for Ferntree Gully got the knockout. It's just slightly towards the Ferntree Gully end. No one's able to pick the ball up, and we'll have a secondary ball up. Ball's only moved 10 metres towards the Ferntree Gully goals. Up they go again. DeCruz again. She's dominated those two hit-outs. Picked up there by the Ferntree Gully player, number 1, Ryan. Who was that? Who got the clearance? Carter, was it? Yeah, very good clearance. She ran her full meterage and kicked the ball up, and it's gone out in the forward pocket at the Ferntree Gully end. Umpire will throw the ball up 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. No one got the distinctive knockout. Once again, Ferntree Gully, hand pass to a teammate. Another hand pass from the point post into the square. Ball's in dispute. Little kick off the ground by Warrandyte. They pushed it out to about 40 metres out. Ferntree Gully picked it up again and lowered her eyes. And a kick there. And Carter there once again. Well, she's had probably 4 possessions. And she has kicked for goal, but unfortunately has missed.
Just behind, but as you said, she's looking dangerous early. Brianna Carter played 76 games. See her floating through the midfield and forward line as we wait for this ball to come back into play. One behind Ferntree Gully. Warrandyte yet to score. Just a minute and a half into this first term of the Deakin University Match of the Round. As we said, this is a standalone game for the senior women's competition today. the only game played. Both sides had the bye last week, and it'll be
Waiting
very
for the
interesting
ball.
to see
Yeah.
how this game plays out today. We are still waiting for
Okay.
the football.
Oh,
There
here
we
it
go.
comes
It's
back now.
coming across now. So Warrandyte to take the kick in. They trail by a point in the early stages of this first term. They'll come towards us on the broadcast side, trying to clear it out. There's Carter again, who's able to cut it off, gets the handball off to Campbell. Campbell puts it up towards the top of the square, bouncing footy. Warrandyte defence under a lot of pressure, big tackle on the goal line, and we'll get a ball up right in front of goal here for Ferntree Gully. They've done all
Very
the
good
attacking
there. I
early.
think it was Jamie Woodward there in the goal square who stopped that ball coming in.
And she'll need a big game against some really key Ferntree Gully players. The handball over the top from Campbell. It's cut off here by Warrandyte. They're going to try and get this out through Weeks. A nice kick forward towards the half back line for Warrandyte, and we'll get a stoppage there, a ball up.
Yeah, that Ferntree Gully player was wrapped up by two Warrandyte defenders. The ball goes up at the centre half forward in the corridor for Ferntree Gully. Warrandyte get the advantage from the stoppage. No one's able to pick the ball up. The ball's in dispute, and the umpire will have a secondary ball up right on the point of that square. Up goes the ball. Up goes the rucks again. Nobody's got the advantage. Ferntree Gully picked up the crumbs. Hand pass straight to the opposition. Warrandyte picked it up. She's tackled as she kicked it, so it didn't go very far. The ball's in dispute, and once again we'll have another ball up right on this point of the square this time. That was Sophie Darragh, the Ferntree Gully player then, who ended up with that ball. The ball's gone up. A lot of players around this stoppage. The umpires let it go on. A hand pass out to Warrandyte, but she's tackled. That's one thing I've noticed when I've seen Ferntree Gully. They tackle very well.
Defensively, very good side.
Up goes again. Knocked out by the Warrandyte. Ruckman, the ball's gone down into their forward 50 almost. For Warrandyte, Ferntree Gully, Brianna Smith has got the ball, kicked it back out. Picked up by a teammate right on the cricket pitch. They kicked it up towards the end of the other end of the cricket pitch, and it's gone back again. And a mark there taken by Callow. Evie Callow's marked it kicked it down. Smith can't mark it for Ferntree Gully. The ball's gone to ground. She's tackled Smith by two Warrandyte players, and we'll have another ball up right on that tennis court end, right on the edge of the cricket pitch. Up go the rucks again. Nobody got the distinct knockout. The ball's there, a lot of players around, and the umpire can do nothing else but blow the whistle and have a secondary ball up. Up it goes again. Well done, the rucks there by Tuella, Madison Tuella. She's doing a good job in the rucks. She's giving away a bit of height to the Ferntree Gully ruck. Up they go again. Knocked out by Ferntree Gully. Their small crumbs can't pick the ball up. And there has been a free kick paid to Ferntree Gully, too high, and that will go to Hannah Mafrika. She's kicked the ball up on the outer wing, right on centre wing on the outer side. Nobody's got the ball. Ferntree Gully, no. Ball's in dispute again, and we'll have another ball up. Right on the outer wing there, right on the edge of the centre square, slightly towards the Ferntree Gully end. Up goes the ball, knocked out again by the Ferntree Gully. And there's been a free kick plucked out of this to Warrandyte. I don't know what for. Play on calls the umpire as she's kicked. That's a great mark there by Evie Callow again. She's kicked it down to centre half forward, but it's gone straight to Smith, Brianna Smith. She's a rocking defence there. I've seen her before. Yep. She's come out here to the club members' side. Ferntree Gully got the ball, hand pass to her teammate. Kicks up the wing a little bit further. Another mark by Ferntree Gully. That is by Forster. Maya Forster's kicked it up the wing, and the ball has gone over the boundary line, and it will be a free kick to Warrandyte on the half-back line. She's kicked it down this side of the wing again, and once again, that is Callow. She's playing a good game too, Ryan.
Absolutely.
Goes back, the ball's in dispute, picked up there by Warrandyte, hand pass to her teammate. 2 hand passes, 3 hand passes there. Well played by Warrandyte to clear it out of that stoppage. It's gone into their forward. Another good hand pass there That was by Carruthers. His hand passed it to D'Amico, who's kicked it right down to the point of the square. Ferntree Gully have kicked it back, but it's gone straight into the hands of Cullen Hall, Rebecca Cullen Hall. She's gone back, have a shot, kicked it right to the point of the square. Nobody can mark it. Warrandyte in the advantage, a hand pass out, but straight to Ferntree Gully. Ball's come back out the centre half forward for Warrandyte. Ball's in dispute. Nobody's there. Warrandyte's in front. Great pick up there by Mulvale Hill, Holly Mulvale Hill. And looks like she will get a free kick. She kicked it down straight to a Ferntree Gully player, right on the centre half back position.
So Ferntree Gully in defence, working hard at the moment with Warrandyte pushing. They've certainly worked their way into this game, the Bloods, as this ball comes out, looking for a teammate there in Stevens. Out the back is another teammate there who's going to run onto this one. It could be Anderson. Anderson down the line, and Mark in defence, the intercept mark there. And Warrandyte will have a chance to attack from the half-back line. 7.5 minutes gone first term. 1-2, no score with Ferntree Gully leading. Out the back there is Smith, who's been impressive already. Has a player out in Waters who can run onto this one. Bouncing footy eludes her. She'll still be able to get there first, but she's going to be pressured here. And it's a good tackle, and she's rewarded holding the ball. Free kick there to Prees. So a long way out for score, but she'll pass it off right away. A teammate standing there in Lloyd, who goes towards the top of the square, and in defence again, Ferntree Gully have all the numbers. And it's been their big strength this season. I really like the way their back five have worked together, and such a hard side to score against. Here's a big chance for Warrandyte, though, as they wrap this one up. Callo's had plenty of the football, Ray.
Yeah, I think Warrandyte are playing into Ferntree Gully's hands here by bombing the ball long. I think they'd be better lowering their eyes and looking for a teammate, because every time they bomb it in long, Ferntree Gully are able to intercept and put it back out again.
That's right, and that's when you've got the likes of McLeod there at full back, who's had a couple of intercept marks already.
That's right, and the ball's gone out of bounds in the back pocket on the outer side for Ferntree Gully. She runs in, kicks the ball up towards the wing, and another mark there. Was that Anderson, I think? She's marked it, played on, kicks along the boundary line. One-on-one contest, Warrandyte have the better of it, but then Ferntree Gully get into a better position, kicked off the ground there, right in front of the scoreboard there at the Ferntree Gully end. No, it's been a free kick to Warrandyte. I think it was out of bounds, that's why. She kicked it down to that half-forward line. Smith again. She has been a rocket, Travolta down there. She's kicked it to the cricket pitch, but there's only Warrandyte players here. That is a great play there by De Cruz again. And kicked it, as I said, Ryan, lower their eyes and hit a target rather than just bombing it down there.
So Ferntree Gully in defence again. They've been holding up quite well under a bit of pressure here from Warrandyte. It's been a good start to this game. Both sides looking quite strong when they use the ball off the half-back line.
I think that was Renshaw who got that ball for Ferntree Gully then, Olivia Renshaw.
They'll get a ball up there on the far side, right in front of the Warrandyte coaching box. Tap down in favour of Ferntree Gully. Trying to grab that was Sophie Durag. Kick off the ground, puts it in to the middle of the ground there where Campbell's able to pick it up as she was tackled. 10 minutes into this first quarter, just the one score. Ferntree Gully one behind, Warrandyte yet to score. Warrandyte have probably done more of the attacking in the last 5 to 6 minutes as we go down to the boundary with Kate Green.
You're actually right with that, Ryan. Inside 50s favour Warrandyte with 5, and their tackles are 6-5 in Warrandyte, and free kicks are also in Warrandyte's favour, 4-1.
Thanks, Kate. That tells the tale of the story so far, and they just need to, as Ray said, probably hit a target up forward, and suddenly they might be able to convert some of those inside 50s into goals. But I've liked what I've seen from Warrandyte so far. Bit of pressure here for Ferntree Gully as they try and clear this out. Junginger's there to run onto this one, and got a player out on that far side running onto this. Denapla is able to pick it up, had plenty of time, got the kick forward. Warrandyte's numbers just leaks out the back though. Chance for Stevens. And we might get another stoppage here at the half-forward line for Ferntree Gully. They pulled a free kick here, so we are a Warrandyte free kick.
It was a high tackle.
Vitariti it is.
So she'll go down on that far side again. Ball falls through the hands of a teammate, and Ferntree Gully mop this one up. The kick towards the middle of the ground, cut off there by Callow. Bouncing footy forward, running onto this. That was fantastic from Gray. Gets past one. Got a couple of players out who can run on this. Hilda's there, so is Junginger. Gets the ball on the boot forward, standing back in defence. Almost a mark taken by Cullen Hall. She still ends up with the footy and passes it into space, into the middle of the ground. As this ball, the umpire lets this one come out. Chance there for Callow. Wrapped up into it, a tackle, and we'll get a ball up in the middle. 12 minutes gone. Ferntree Gully 1. Warrandyte yet to score.
Credit to both sides. Credit to both sides with their attack on the football, but they're letting themselves down by just turning the ball over when they get clear. The ball's right in the centre square now. Warrandyte have the advantage. A hand pass went to a teammate who's tackled. Ferntree Gully get the ball out. It's Hilda. Hilda's run and kicked it up, but a great intercept, an absolute beautiful intercept mark there. I don't know if you
Bit of Ridley again.
Yeah, Ridley again. And Warrandyte, they've dropped the mark on the outer wing. Should have held that one. And the umpire has called for another ball up. Hand to be cold out there trying to mark the ball this morning, Ryan. So, you know, we can't be too harsh on them.
Very chilly.
Up go the rucks again. Nobody gets the advantage. Ferntree Gully, Smalls get it, kick it forward, but it's straight to Warrandyte. She comes through that's Cullen Hall, I think, again. She's been very good. But once again, they turn it over. Back. The ball's going backwards and forwards between the half-back lines on both sides. Warrandyte, she got crunched, but kept going, the Warrandyte player. The ball's kicked out to the half-forward line, just to the left of the club rooms here. Great play there by the back of 6 there of Warrandyte. Gee, that was a real fair bump, but both girls just kept going, and it was Cullen Hall. She was just so strong there.
She's been great.
The ball's come in, and a great mark there.
Number 38.
Number 38, that is Hilda, Ashley Hilda. She's kicked the ball into the centre of the ground. Ferntree Gully have the slight advantage here. They're running onto it out the other side. No, Warrandyte beat them to it. And I think that has been, tackled too high, and a free kick will go to Rebecca Cullen Hall, who we've mentioned quite often in this broadcast. Very good player. She kicked it. She's looked for someone and bit of movement down there, but Brianna Smith has chopped in. That is
a 5th intercept mark.
That is her game. She's intercept mark specialist down there. She's kicked the ball up to the wing, kicked it long. Misses all the players, so it goes 10, 20 metres past them, off the ground by Ferntree Gully, right to the 45-metre arc. But Warrandyte strong in defence. They've kicked it down. A lot of bloods down there. Red jackets everywhere. They've kicked it forward, straight to Smith again. She has a ball magnet down there, I think, at the moment. She's marked everything that's gone down there. A kick again. Bad luck. No one's marked it.
Boundary.
Go down to Kate, down there.
Brianna Smith's marked had 4 of those five intercept marks for Ferntree Gully.
She's been very good today, that's right. The ball's gone up, ball's in dispute, and the umpire has called for a secondary ball up right on the edge of the square on the outer side at Warrandyte. Up it goes, up go the rucks. Nobody really got the distinct tap out. Ferntree Gully a little bit better on the ground. The ball's in dispute. A kick there to nobody by Warrandyte. It's smothered off the ground by Warrandyte. It's gone clear of the pack. A lot of hand passes there in and close. No one can get the ball out. Still tackled there. Great tackling by both sides. Great pressure by both sides on the ball carrier.
Definitely right.
Up it goes again. Right in front of the scoreboard. Once again, straight to the feet of the ruck people. Hand pass out this time again by Ferntree Gully. Ferntree Gully have the distinct advantage. They've got the ability to get the ball out of that stoppage to a player on the outside. That's something that Warrandyte have just got to be wary of. You know, not everybody into the contest. Just 1 or 2 just stay on the outskirts.
That's right. A couple of times that's where they've looked likely to go forward.
That's right.
Ferntree Gully getting players
a ball
on the
up
outside.
there again because the ball went out of bounds. Ferntree Gully kick it into the corridor. No one can mark it. It's just inside the 45-metre mark. Warrandyte have the ball. She's overrun it. Picked up there by Ferntree Gully. Once again, because of the tackling, nobody can get clear. That is a free kick to to Warrandyte, and I think that has gone to
Yule.
Claire Yule, yes. But once again, kicked it straight to Ferntree Gully. Turnovers are killing both sides today. She kicked it right up to the point of the square. Nobody can mark. The ball's on the ground. Ferntree Gully have it. Your hand pass out to a teammate who's kicked it, but it has, and marked by Ferntree Gully, but it hasn't gone the required distance. The ball's about a metre out, right in front of the point post over there on the left-hand side. Ball up right, about a metre in from the goal line. Up goes. Knocked out by Ferntree Gully to the top of the square. They're into the right spot now, but can't pick the ball up. And there's been a push there, and a free kick will go to the Ferntree Gully player. Bit unlucky, Warrandyte there. I thought that push was in the side. It's gone to Brittany Anderson. It was Casey Ryan. I thought that push was in the side from up here, Ryan, but we're not umpires, so we'll have a look. Brittany Anderson has gone back right on the point post. Have a shot at goals. No, it's gone right across the face of goal and out of bounds on the other side. So it's a free kick to Warrandyte. They've picked the ball up. They've got runners on the outside, but the person with the ball has not seen them yet. She kicked it down right towards the front of the scoreboard there. It's gone over the pack, over the back. Ferntree Gully are first to get the ball. They've kicked it into the midfield. Two Warrandyte players there. They've picked it up and kicked it down to the half, to the centre wing for Warrandyte on the outer side. Ferntree Gully had, but it was Smith again. She's been caught with the ball, tackled very well then by Warrandyte, and will have a ball up. Right out on the point of the square out there on the outer side towards the Warrandyte goal this time. The umpires plucked the free kick out there.
Warrandyte free kick.
Yeah, I think it could be Callow.
Yeah, it was head high.
Callow has kicked it, wasting no time. That's a good move, waste no time, get the ball down there before the Ferntree Gully defenders can get back. Warrandyte have picked the ball up, but they're tackled by Smith there, and it will be a ball up.
18.5 minutes gone first quarter. Ferntree Gully 1, Warrandyte yet to score. Been good pressure from both sides. Trapping this football there was Carter. And they link up nicely, getting the kick out of defence's waters. Bouncing footy there. Mafriki got a Warrandyte player to compete with, and that Warrandyte player wins a free kick. That could be Weeks. Actually, it might be Dupree's.
Boundary.
Go down to Kate Green.
We've got a blood rule on the for the player number 10 for Warrandyte coming off.
Casey Ryan. Thanks,
Yep.
Kate. As we tick down to 50 seconds left in this first quarter, that kick in defence again, another mark for Ferntree Gully, and they might be able to hold it on here till quarter time without conceding a goal. They'll go towards that far side. A strong mark there by Carter. Carter's got a player in the middle to look for. The freaky bounce past her. She might end up with a footy anyway. Did a nice spin. Got the handball away. It was cut off by Warrandyte though. 20 seconds left. They've got to be quick. The handball there from Weeks. And Ferntree Gully's pressure will hold this one up. In the middle of the ground, we're going to tick down to quarter time. Maybe a late chance of Ferntree Gully. Anderson puts on the Jets. Kick inside 50, but she's run just too far.
Yeah, she took off to the races, and she wasn't going to bounce it until she stopped.
I thought she was maybe stiff. I thought she might have got rid of it just before. But that is quarter time, though, Ray. It is one behind Ferntree Gully to Warrandyte yet to score. A fantastic pressure from both sides in the first quarter. A very defensive battle, and I've liked what I've seen from Warrandyte.
Yeah, but Warrandyte have been, well, both sides have been very good. I like the attack on the football, but turnovers are killing both sides. They've both got to get their delivery into that forward 50 better, and they will be more successful. We'll
see who can transition those opportunities into goals in the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the Deakin University match of the round, second quarter.
Boundary. Boundary.
Boundary with Kate Green.
Just here with Dwayne. Dwayne, first quarter, very tough, very equal, kept you just one behind. What's the message for second quarter?
Oh, look, we probably just didn't allow ourselves to get our hands on the footy first. Sort of said midfield battle was where it's going to be won, and Warrandyte came out really hot, and credit to them. For our girls, it's just about getting our footies get our hands on the footy first, and just be a bit cleaner and get it into our forward line a bit quicker than what we are. Not as many handballs, so if we can just turn that around, I think we can get ourselves a couple of goals on the board.
Thanks very much, Dwayne.
No worries.
Thanks there to Kate Green on the boundary, and welcome back to the Deakin University match of the round between Warrandyte and Ferntree Gully. That quarter time score, no score to Warrandyte, one behind to Ferntree Gully, a very defensive battle, but both sides had some opportunities, and I like the attack on the footy. We're going to go down to the boundary in just a second with Kate Green, but we are started here for the second term, back in the middle again, tapped down, and Warrandyte will get the clearance forward, bouncing footy at the back. Truella did a nice job there, running onto this one is Waters for Ferntree Gully. Also with her there was Campbell, as I believe we've got Kate Green on the boundary.
I've just got the other Warrandyte coach, Mark, with me. Mark, very strong first quarter with tackles and free kicks being your way. What's the message for the girls for this second quarter?
Yeah, keep up that pressure. We're really wrapped with the girls on their attack at the footy and the tackling, but just our disposal around.
Sorry, here we go.
I was really wrapped with the girls' defensive structure and their attack on the footy and things like that, and the pressure in the back line was really, really good. So just really looking for better disposals around the ground to move us forward. So.
Thanks very much, Mark. All the best.
Thanks there, Kate. Doing a fantastic job on the boundary with Mark Truella there as Ferntree Gully go inside 50. And Mark probably spoke pretty much what you were saying, in that first quarter. Their attack on the footy great, just need to disposal. But here's Hilda for a chance for Ferntree Gully. That kick bouncing out of bounds on the full. So Warrandyte will take this possession at the back pocket.
They certainly were very good in that, their attack on the football, but and then you don't get rewarded because you kick the ball and they were turning it over. Both sides have got to just lower their eyes. A little bit better with Ferntree Gully already in this quarter. They had a few extra players loose, and anyway, the ball's kicked out from a throw in there from the back pocket for Warrandyte. It's gone out just outside the 50-metre arc on the outer side. The umpire has blown a whistle. We'll have a stoppage right on that 50-metre arc. 45-degree angle. Up go the rucks. Knocked out by Ferntree Gully over the top of the Warrandyte ruck person. The ball's on the ground, in dispute. Ferntree Gully look like they're in a position. He's kicked it, smothered off the kick. And that was Campbell who kicked that ball and smothered by Warrandyte. And once again, it's gone out of bounds. This time we'll have a throw up, about 10 metres in from the boundary. Up goes the ball. Up go the ruck. Great work there by Dickinson. She's dominating those ruck clearances. She's kicked it forward and it's just missed just outside the point post at the tennis court end of Warrandyte Oval on the outer side. Waiting for the player to climb the fence and get the ball.
Boundary.
Down to you, Kate.
Just stats-wise, Ferntree Gully's having a similar start to what they did in the first quarter with their inside 50s.
Okay, Warrandyte now have the kick in. She's kicked it, not a bad kick either, got 30-odd and 40 metres, right out to the 50-metre mark. And the umpires paid the mark to Ferntree Gully. Probably 2 or 3 players had their hands on that at the first grab, but fair enough, she got the second grab. She's kicked it in right inside to a teammate. No, they've missed it. It's only 30 metres, 20 metres out, right towards the boundary line on the outer side. And another free kick for a high tackle there to Ferntree Gully. She go back. She's probably in kicking distance. That is
Number 3.
Maya Forster. Maya Forster's gone back right on the boundary line. If she kicks this, that'll be an amazing goal. She going back. She kicked it up. It's gone straight, but once again marked about 1.5 metres by the Warrandyte defender. The umpire brings the girl on the mark back. Warrandyte kicked it out again. The drop mark there by Warrandyte, but they've got some runners out there. They've kicked it out towards the outer side. They're in a position again, Warrandyte. But a lot of players now around the ball. And we'll have another ball up.
It was a good option, Ray.
It was a good option,
and
a good kick out of
out
defence. That's right. No one gets the knockout. Ferntree Gully picked the ball up. That was Carter again. She was very dominant in the start of this game. The ball's in dispute. Comes out to Warrandyte. Kick off the ground by Warrandyte, but it's gone Ferntree Gully way. Ferntree Gully kicked it off the ground. It's about 30 metres out, right in the corridor for Ferntree Gully. And the umpire has blown the ball up. Very dangerous position here for Warrandyte. They've got to get this clearance to move the ball out. Up go the rucks. Got good contest there in the ruck. No one got the clear knockout. The ball's right on the ground. And it stacks on the mill. Players all over each other there. Has to be nothing else but a ball up. Up it goes again. Great ruck contest here. Both girls had hands on that. Comes to Ferntree Gully. She's tackled her. She gets a hand pass to her teammate who's got rid of the ball quickly. And another stoppage. Once one player seems to go to the ground, they all do. Right? That's the pressure that's applied by the opposition. Warrandyte, great rack work there by Warrandyte. I think that was Truella, but she kicked it up. And Brianna Smith, all by herself. How can you leave Brianna Smith at centre-half back on her own? Warrandyte have got to have someone there because she's such a dominant intercept mark player. They've kicked the ball up now. Nobody can get it. The umpire has paid a throw, and the free kick will go to Ferntree Gully. And I think it is number 25, Olivia Renshaw. She kicked it right to the point of the square. Nobody can mark it. The ball's in dispute. A lot of Warrandyte have come out with a hand pass, but she's tackled her. She's got it. And once again, we'll have another throw up. It's only about 20 metres out, just towards us, just on the point of the goal square. Up goes again. Another great ruck contest there. No one's got the advantage. It's kicked out by Ferntree Gully to the advantage of Warrandyte. She's hand passed it. Great tackle there, the second tackle. That Warrandyte player broke the first tackle but got caught up in the second one. Once again, up it goes. Once again, another good knockout. Probably went to Ferntree Gully's advantage. Warrandyte picked it up. She's hand passed over her head to a teammate. She's got the ball. She's done a run. She kicked it forward. The ball's in it. They're off to the races now. In a Warrandyte's half on the wing towards the half-forward line. 2 Warrandytes against 3 Ferntree Gully and a ball up. That's a great set of play by Warrandyte. Kick it out to the open spaces. Back your teammate in to run and get the ball right on the point of the square there on the grand side.
Well said, Ray. That was their best attack forward. They pushed towards the half-forward line. Warrandyte first to the footy again. That time through D'Amico and wrapped up in a tackle. So we'll get a ball up right in front of us, broadcast side. 7 minutes gone, second term. Ferntree Gully lead by a point. Both sides have had some chances. Carter, first to the footy here for Ferntree Gully, kicking towards a teammate there in Murray. It's well defended by her opponent in Taylor Weeks, who sees that out of bounds. We'll get a ball up right in front of us.
You were right, Ryan. That was great play by Weeks then.
Did very well.
Yep.
And just had to hold this one up and just give them a chance here. And settling at the moment. Tap down was very nice. Got the handball away there. And we're going to get, that was Coleman who got the handball off, but we'll get another ball up right where the last one came from. Going up for this one, tap down, no real clear winner, and we'll do it all again.
Ryan, a highlight of this quarter is the ruck duels between Truella and Dickinson.
It's been fantastic. It's been quite even too, I thought. Both sides are both ruck.
Dickinson's got a height advantage, but Truella's just using her body to perfection.
Especially in this quarter, I thought she's probably stood out. And here's Warrandyte. They link up very nicely through the middle. McDowell in her first game for the club. She'll end up with a footy again. That was from Coleman. McDowell goes forward towards that half-forward line, and this is just the part where they probably struggled at. Gray did very nicely for Ferntree Gully. Her kick was smothered as she got rid of it. And a free kick here awarded to Ferntree Gully out the half-back line. That's going to go to Smith.
High tackle.
A high tackle there to Brianna Smith, who kicked towards the middle of the ground's cut off now. A chance for Andrella. Inside the forward 50 for Warrandyte. It's a 2-on-1. Is a big opportunity for them. Tackle laid. And that was a very important tackle because Warrandyte had the numbers forward.
Ryan, it was just as well they didn't kick it up, because look in the goal square. There's one Ferntree Gully player.
And I missed that too. I believe that could be McLeod down at full back.
Yeah.
They're just holding the position nicely. It's quite smart. She's been in the team of the week this year. Done a fantastic job. Running onto this was very impressive from Carter. Carter goes forward towards the half-forward line. Mark juggled there, almost taken by Renshaw. Did very nicely. Got past one. Couldn't get a kick away, and it was a great tackle. And well rewarded there, and that was Coleman.
Coleman, was it? Yeah, great play there by Coleman. So he kicked the ball up, and once again, Carter. She has been really dominant in this game.
Yeah, got to be one of the best on
Yeah,
players
she
at the
kicked
moment.
it up down the corridor. Warrandyte are in a position here to maybe get the ball. Verituri. She's picked it up. Ferntree Gully have the ball now. Hand pass to a player who gave it back to her, but she couldn't quite get that second hand pass. And the ball's in the spirit. Warrandyte there in the position. They're fighting very well. Gee, I love the way both sides are going in. You know,
that was really well done there by Warrandyte, because Ferntree Gully had a couple of numbers out the back, so just to be able to stop that ball, hold him up.
Yep. Up goes the ball in the forward pocket for Ferntree Gully. Another great ruck. Carter again. She grabbed the ball off the pack and kicked it, but it's 10 metres wide of the point post, and it will be a free kick to Warrandyte.
Boundary.
Down to you, Kate Green.
Tackles are pretty even. Ferntree Gully 8 to Warrandyte 6. So the teams are very, very even.
The Warrandyte defender, no one was on the mark. She took advantage. She got 20, 30 metres from the run. It's up to here towards the wing. Warrandyte a tackle by Ferntree Gully, and it's Dickinson, the big ruck woman. She will take, and it's going to be another ball up right in front of us. Up go the rucks. Great work there by Lloyd that time for Warrandyte in the ruck. She actually hit the ball down, picked it up herself, but got tackled and couldn't break clear. Secondary ball up by the umpire. Up it goes again. Warrandyte in advantage here, but she picked the ball up, going nowhere. A secondary ball up in exactly the same spot, right in front of the club rooms here at Warrandyte. Dickinson again has won that advantage ruck that time for Ferntree Gully. And another throw up. Up they go again. No one can get the ball out. And probably, the third throw up is if someone can just get it clear of that pack of players there. And they have done it this time, Warrandyte. Great play there by Warrandyte. That was Cullen Hall. She kicked it up to the four-line. Great shepherd work there by Warrandyte, by Carruthers. Shepherded for her teammate who's kicked the ball forward. It's gone into the centre of the ground, over towards the other side, towards the grandstand, right on the point of the square. Smith has got the ball. She's tackled. It's knocked out of her hand. Warrandyte forcing the ball forward at all costs. Doesn't matter. It's not pretty football, but they're getting meterage. They picked it up, Warrandyte, and kicked it. And a mark is taken by Warrandyte right in the corridor, probably 30 metres out, by Eden Carruthers. Warrandyte need to get some players back right on the goal line. It's a bit doubtful whether she's going to get that distance or not. She's got a long run up. She's coming in to take her kick. She kicked the ball. And it hasn't quite marked it. Warrandyte there. A hand pass from Warrandyte to her teammate, but she snapped over her shoulder, and it's gone through their first score of the day. And I'll get her number in a minute. That is Torella has kicked that. So it's the scoreboard reads no goals, 1 point each. And we are 12 and a half minutes into this quarter.
Well, Warrandyte will have another chance here because they mark the intercept. They'll go towards the top of the square, over the top, through the hands of a teammate, and we might get a stoppage. And Ray, just on that last play, there was 2 Warrandyte players to 5 Ferntree Gully defenders.
That's right. Yeah,
for Torella to win out in that contest was massive. But Ferntree Gully will breathe a sigh of relief. They're still in the hot seat at the moment, with Warrandyte pushing forward, just trying to get this ball out. It's not going anywhere there, so we'll get another ball up. 13 and a half minutes gone, second term.
Warrandyte are controlling this ball. If they could just snare a goal here, that could be a match-winning goal the way the scoreline is.
Well, it'd be huge, particularly with their confidence and knowing that Ferntree Gully can turn it on quickly and score very quickly, they'll have to be in front at half-time. And a nice kick out towards Hilda. And Hilda will go just down the line, down the corridor. Good mark there by Renshaw, read it well. Olivia Renshaw in the middle of the ground, finds a player out, and Hilda, who's worked hard to get to this ball. She's got a teammate with her and working with her there. Durag will be able to find the footy and go forward looking for a teammate. Great mark there by Ellinger.
Great contested mark there.
So she's a chance here, Bridget, to go forward. Over the back, almost a push in the back, a quick handball. Here's a chance of Ferntree Gully running into a goal. Anderson was well pressured by Warrandyte as they're fighting hard to rush this one through, and well defended.
One thing I like, Ryan, when Ferntree Gully got that ball out of the defensive 50 there, they had runners everywhere going forward. But unfortunately, and a couple of good marks, but right on the goal line there.
Again, both defences have been so strong. So 2 behind Ferntree Gully, 1 behind Warrandyte, 14.5 minutes played second term, Ray.
Yeah, and the fullback now, she's running, taking her full meterage. And a big kick right out here towards the wing on the clubroom side. And almost a mark there to Warrandyte. They've hand passed it. Warrandyte have a secondary kick here. They've kicked it up to the wing right in front of us here. Tackled there. The Warrandyte player, Carruthers, she tackled the Ferntree Gully player. They've kicked it further forward, Warrandyte. It's gone up to the half-forward line. Smith has got the ball. Cool as a cucumber. Hand passes to a teammate, and that was Gray, and Gray has kicked it, but unfortunately it's gone straight to Lloyd, who has intercepted, kicked it back up into the forward 50, and once again an intercept marked. Once again, these intercept marks are killing both sides, Ryan, and that's Hilda who's marked it up there on the half-back line. Kicked it down. Nobody can mark the ball. Great pick up and kick there by Ryan. She kicked it and hit her teammate, Callow, Meg Callow, right on the point of the square. She's got a player up there in the forward pocket. She's kicked it towards, and a great mark, absolutely great mark there by Carruthers. She kicked it forward again, and another mark by Warrandyte.
Nicely done.
They've got Ferntree Gully on the run here, I tell you. That has gone to Truella. Truella, she's gone back once again, maybe doubtful to make the distance. She's probably, what, 25, 30 metres out on
it. If one player's going to kick it from Warrandyte, it's her.
It's her, is it? Yeah, well, they deserve a goal because the last 5 minutes, they've controlled this game. And you are dead. No, it hasn't gone. Oh, just right on the line. She was dead straight, though. Well defended there by Ferntree Gully. They had 2 or 3 players right on the line. They've got the ball out. They've kicked it back to the centre. Once again.
They've locked this in, haven't they?
Yeah, right on the 50-metre mark. Warrandyte have kicked it back in. And once again, it's marked again by Hilda again. She's taken some intercept marks there. This is where Ferntree Gully are good. Now they've got runners everywhere. Look at them down the middle of the cricket pitch area, but it's gone straight to Warrandyte. That's Callow. She kicked it back in. I love the way that Warrandyte are returning the ball back in. Warrandyte player there. She overran the ball. Kick off the ground by Warrandyte, but it's gone the wrong side of the goalpost. And that's a great passage of play. Warrandyte have lifted their play, but the only danger they have is when Ferntree Gully break, they run everywhere.
Ray, I've loved this last 10 minutes of this game. 2 points apiece. Coming up to half-time, but both sides attacking hard. Warrandyte's pressure is lifted. They've been able to lock this footy in. Can they do it again? Ferntree Gully out the back. They've got some plays. Here's Ryan running onto this one. Gets her kick away. It's a bouncing footy that's cut off by Ferntree Gully. In the middle of the ground there, Forster. Warrandyte again have got plenty of numbers around the football. Their attack has been brilliant. Well done there by Stevens. Used her body well. The kick is a skied up and marked there by Carter. And Carter will take her time looking to use the corridor. It's a one-on-one contest. Hilda, what a mark that was. Juggling mark. She'll play on right away. She could be caught. She is tackled. Well tackle there by Coleman.
Great play by Coleman. She was out marked, but the Ferntree Gully
gave up.
She tackled her.
And she goes inside 50 now. Coleman bouncing footy over the top. This might be a chance. Running onto this one. Not quite. Well done there by Junginjo to clear this one out. They're still not out of here yet of their back half. Kicking towards the middle of the ground. Warrandyte have got numbers.
Great play.
A great mark. They'll go back inside 50 again. Weeks sends them towards the half-forward line. Bouncing footy. Ferntree Gully got some numbers to clear this one out again. The pressure from Warrandyte. Well done there again by Coleman. She's been good this quarter.
Kicked up by Weeks.
Weeks towards the half-forward line. Cut off here by Ferntree Gully. They're just defending with all their life at the moment.
And Weeks
a great mark by Weeks. Weeks inside 50. Warrandyte leading towards this one. Bouncing footy off the chest there of a teammate bouncing off the ground. They try and clear this one out. They've got all the numbers. There's 3 Warrandyte players. Picking it up now again was Coleman. Coleman takes on her opponent. Her kick was smothered by Campbell. And Ferntree Gully going to hope to see this one out of bounds because they've been under the pump.
Hello.
And a free kick here is
Yes,
going to be
the
paid.
umpire's paid the free kick.
And Ray, who's that one? Who's that going to? It's 25 metre.
Yeah.
So a free kick here is going to go to Evie Callow.
Callow.
And right on the forward 50 line, Ray.
Yeah.
1 minute to go. She'll send this one long into attack. Can they get a late goal towards the pocket in defence? It came off the hand there of a Ferntree Gully defender.
Was Smith.
Yeah. And we're going to get a ball up inside 50. Ray, can they get a late goal?
Yeah, they deserve a late goal. They have lifted. They have controlled this quarter.
Boundary.
Down to you, Kate.
Smith for Ferntree Gully's been quite quiet this quarter.
Yeah, it's 2, Kate. The ball's there. Warrandyte are keeping it in.
Free kick.
Free kick to Warrandyte. A great tackle there. Who is it? It's Lloyd. Lloyd again. Warrandyte have got good players everywhere at the moment. I love the way when they take a mark and they play on straight away. He kicked it up, Lloyd, right into the goal square. Nobody, Ferntree Gully, haven't marked it. They've pushed the ball out, 30 metres out by Ferntree Gully. No one's picked the ball up yet. They've kicked again. It's gone down, but looks like an intercept mark again. And
on the siren.
There go the siren.
Number 25.
Number 20, that's Coleman. She has been very good.
And watch all the Ferntree Gully numbers just run to the goal line here.
Yeah. Could be a Malcolm Blythe effort, this. Hadn't quite made the distance, but what a great quarter of football by both sides, Ryan. You know, it's both sides were, and that quarter had turns where they were, got the ball out in the open, they run on, they kick the ball off the ground, do all the things just to move the ball forward, and nobody's kicked a goal. What a great game of football.
I agree. If you just look at the scoreline, you might think differently. But if you've been here like we have, you've seen the pressure from both sides. Yeah. It's been some really impressive players out there at the moment. Warrandyte probably unlucky not to get a goal late because that last 10 minutes was outstanding. We're going to take a break here at half-time. It's 2 points apiece between Warrandyte and Ferntree Gully. A big day for Warrandyte as they try and get back into the top 4 playing the undefeated Eagles. Welcome back to Warrandyte, reserved for the Deakin University match of the round between Ferntree Gully and Warrandyte. Division 4 clash, it's first versus fifth. And if Warrandyte can pull off a upset win and knock off the undefeated Ferntree Gully side, they will jump back into the top 4 and put themselves in a very good spot coming into the finals series. And at halftime here, both sides on 2 points apiece. And I'm Ryan Long, joined by Ray Baird. And Ray, it's been a fantastic game despite the scoreboard because both sides have had great attack on the football, and I was really impressed the last 10 minutes of that second quarter from Warrandyte, and they were very unlucky not to get one. They were pushing very hard and locked it in their forward half.
Look, both sides, as you said, they've had some really great play, but both sides, turnovers is killing both sides. That's all I say. But yeah, look, there's been some great. The rack contests around the ground have been 50-50. They have been really good. Dickinson, the taller player for Ferntree Gully, has been good, but Truella, she just uses her body. She's not quite as tall. She's a little bit heavier girl, but she uses her body, and I love the way they both going about it. There's no distinct winner in that. Anyway, up goes the ball for the third quarter. Up Truella gets the ruck. She hand passes us out there to Carter. Carter's been dominant. She's run forward again, kicked it exactly the same as she did in the start of the game. The mark was dropped there at the centre half forward by the Ferntree Gully player. The ball's on the ground. Warrandyte are getting it out.
Coleman.
They kicked it out towards this wing, but once again, it's marked there by Dara. Sophie Dara's marked it for Ferntree Gully on the half-forward line. She's kicked it back inside that 50-metre mark. No one can mark the ball in the corridor. It's in dispute on the ground. It's picked up by Ferntree Gully and tackled by Warrandyte, and we will have a ball up right in the corridor, just 10 metres outside that centre square towards the Ferntree Gully goals. Ball's gone to ground, kicked off the ground to advantage for a Warrandyte. Picked up by Ferntree Gully. That's Carter again. Hand passes out to the open. A great there by Campbell. Campbell's kicked the ball forward. Gone forward again. No one can pick it up. It went forward toward Dana Palala. Sorry about that. She didn't quite get it for Ferntree Gully. And he's awarded a free kick out of this to Warrandyte. And they will get the free kick.
Boundary.
Down to you, Kate Green.
It was just for dangerous kick.
Okay, this is Yule. She's kicked the ball into the centre square. Up they go again. Carter's dropped the mark, picked up by Warrandyte. They've kicked the ball forward, and there's a mark there by Warrandyte. Hand pass receives, running pass. That was D'Amico who's hand passed it. The ball's gone into the forward 50 for Warrandyte. She has been tackled. No, the umpire's called play on. I didn't think she had the ball, but not my job. Anyway, it's kicked out by Ferntree Gully. Warrandyte have hand passed. The other umpire has paid that for incorrect disposal, and the free kick will go to Ferntree Gully. She's played on, kicked to two of her teammates here on this side of the ground, right in front of us. That's Carter again, I think, with the ball. She's run, takes two bounces, kicks it up to the half-forward line to a leading player, and a great mark, a great overhead mark by Hilda. Hilda again. She's been very good in the aerial duels today. She's played on. She's kicked it into the corridor. There's two Ferntree Gully players. Very sloppy defence there by Warrandyte. They didn't pick it up. And the mark, Jessica Campbell has marked it. Probably too far out to score, but they've got players in there for Ferntree Gully. Warrandyte need to get this ball back out again. It's kicked up by her. It's about 4 metres out from the goal line. And the umpire has paid a free kick. Free kick to Ferntree Gully in all of that.
For a kick in the back.
In the back.
A push in the back.
Thanks, Kate. And that's Ashley Hilda. Looks like she'll go back and kick the first goal of the game. She's only about 5 metres out, directly in front. And she has kicked the goal, and that is the first goal on the board for the game, and also to Ashley Hilda. So that means Ferntree Gully now 1 goal to 8 points, are leading Warrandyte 2 behind.
Well done by Ash Hilda. The work rate, she set that up originally off the half-forward line, and then she keeps moving, and she's done that multiple times during the game. Maya Forster also copped one after she kicked it at the half-back line earlier, and she's coming off in the hands of the trainers. So I'm sure Kate Green will keep an eye on that one as Forster makes her way off the ground. And out here, Ray, 3.5 minutes gone, third term. Ferntree Gully break this game open 1-2-8 to 2 behind Warrandyte. Let's see what they can do next. Can they get the responsive bloods? Out of the middle they go. Trying to get her hands on this was Callow. Trapped under the footy there. Mulverhill, and we'll get a ball up again. So we finally broke through on the scoreboard with a Ferntree Gully goal. And both sides have been pressing hard. I don't feel like Warrandyte, if that second quarter had gone for a couple of minutes longer, they might have had one themselves, but they're well and truly still in this game. But they'll like the next one, as we know what Ferntree Gully can do when they get rolling. Undefeated coming into this contest. They're top of the ladder for a reason, undefeated, as we get another ball up back in the middle again.
Boundary.
As we go down to the boundary, Kate Green.
Ferntree Gully's showing more of its game plan now, like they played a few weeks ago when we saw them.
And they might be doing it here through Campbell. Campbell towards Hilda in the air. Couldn't quite mark it, but did well to contest. A little smart handball over the top to Renshaw. Renshaw tries to break through, and she'll be forced over the line. That ball actually manages to stay in until it's rushed over for a behind. So Ferntree Gully moved to 139. Warrandyte 2 behinds. Coming up to 5 minutes gone, third term.
Yeah, Ferntree Gully have lifted their game in this quarter, but they had to. But they're playing well at the moment, and the pressure's on that back six for Warrandyte. We're waiting for the fullback. She's got the ball. She's run outside the square. She's got her full meterage. She's kicked the ball way across towards the scoreboard. Dropped there by marked by Warrandyte. They picked it up. Hand pass out by Warrandyte. It's gone out to nobody. Kick off the ground by Ferntree Gully. Nobody's got the ball. It's still in dispute. No one can pick it up. Players everywhere around the football. The umpire has called for a throw-up. Right on the 50-metre mark, right across the other side of the ground there in front of the scoreboard towards Ferntree Gully's goal line. Up it goes. No one gets a decisive knockout. Hand pass by Warrandyte out of the contest. Picked up by Warrandyte, but tackled by Ferntree Gully, and we'll have a secondary ball up. Up it goes again. Dickinson got the knockout for Ferntree Gully that time. It come out of the stoppage. Warrandyte had picked it up. She slung as she kicked, so the ball didn't go where she wanted it to. Ferntree Gully are in control, and the umpire has called for another stoppage in the same spot. So this is stoppage number 3. Up goes the ball. Dickinson again in that ruck. It's got the decisive beam. It's gone down, picked up by Ferntree Gully. It's kicked there to the point of the square, and a great mark there by the fullback by Warrandyte. She kicked it out to a runner out here on this side of the ground. There's 2 Warrandyte against 3 Ferntree Gully. Well tackled the ball there. That was McDowell. Her first game today for Warrandyte. A great tackle there by a first game player, and she will get the free kick for that tackle. Well done to her. That'll lift her confidence, Ryan.
Absolutely it will. Out on the half-back line.
She goes. She kicked the ball down the line here. Warrandyte again. No one can mark it. The ball's gone over the back. Ferntree Gully have it. She's taken them on. She's on a run. She's run around here, kicked it. It's intercepted by Warrandyte. 2-1. She's tackled her. She's picked the ball up, and the umpire will call for another stoppage.
I've liked her game on debut, McDowell.
Yeah, she doesn't mind getting in and getting amongst it. That's what you want to see as a coach. Up goes the ball again, the 2 rucks again, contested all day. Carter, she's very good off the pack, that Carter. Great mark, a very good spoil there by Warrandyte there. I think that was Weeks in the back line there. Spoilt the forward from taking her. Just the way Carter takes the ball off the pack from the stoppage. She's done that 3 or 4 times today.
She can break the game open.
The ball's going up, knocks out, probably coming down this way towards Carter, but Carter's got the ball. She tapped it out to a teammate. It's kicked off the ground of Ferntree Gully. Warrandyte there. Everyone's in after the ball. The umpires let it go. They're going. Ferntree Gully have picked it up. A snap over his shoulder, right in the goal square. And it's another point to Ferntree Gully. Ferntree Gully doing all the attacking in this quarter at the moment. Warrandyte, they're getting the ball back out to that 50-metre mark, but it's going straight back in again.
That's right. 1-4-10 Ferntree Gully. Warrandyte 2 behinds. 8.5 minutes gone. Third term. Can Warrandyte respond, because they're under a lot of pressure at the moment through Ferntree Gully, kicking it off the ground there. Dickinson. It's a Warrandyte ball though. Up forward they go, and a mark in the middle of the ground. They'll handball straight to Callow. Callow inside 50, and a mark inside 50 here for Warrandyte.
They've got to move it on, Ryan. We'll kick it down before they get there.
On her right, but she'll take her time here. Lloyd. This is their best opportunity for the quarter. Lloyd towards the top of the square, and I believe that's McLeod at full back to take the mark for Ferntree Gully.
Maybe an opportunity gone wasted there, Ryan.
Maybe, but let's see if they can
If they're
lock it
gonna
in
lock
here.
it in there.
They've
Yep.
got some numbers around this contest. Grabbing the ball first, Mulverhill got the handball off to Truella. Truella towards a pack of players. This is a good chance. There were plenty of numbers for the Bloods. Bouncing footy towards the boundary. Going to trap this first is Anderson. Tapped forward. And they've got all the numbers here for Ferntree Gully. And that kick, though, might doesn't stay in. So this will be a Warrandyte ball. This is an opportunity, Ray.
Yep.
And taking the kick there, Grace Lloyd again, who's had plenty of the football this morning for Warrandyte. If they can get the next one, it's game on again.
What I like is that not all Warrandyte players have gone to the square.
No,
They're
that's
waiting
right.
for that kick to come out.
Grace Lloyd, the kick from the boundary, very tough angle to have a shot, and just a minor score. So 3 behinds Warrandyte, 1-4-10 Ferntree Gully, coming up to 10 minutes gone third term.
And we always say it's a game of momentum. Well,
Yep.
Ferntree Gully had the momentum for that first 5 or so minutes. Now Warrandyte's got a bit of momentum, so they've got to hit the scoreboard.
Seems to happen every quarter. Ferntree
That's
Gully
right,
start off red hot, and then Warrandyte work their
The
way
ball's
back in.
kicked out. Warrandyte have the advantage. Hand passes come out by Ferntree Gully. They've kicked it up towards the centre. Ferntree Gully players there in position to grab the ball. She's tackled. It's taken off by Warrandyte. They've kicked the ball forward again. The ball's gone to bounce back. Ferntree Gully again, determined, get it back out again. Nobody can mark it again. Warrandyte again, force the ball down their way. And that is marked there. No, the umpire's called.
15.
It hasn't gone far enough. The ball thrown up right on the edge of the square towards the tennis court end in Warrandyte's favour. Hand pass there right inside that scrummies, but once again we'll have a secondary ball up. Up goes the rucks again. Dickinson got the advantage, but Warrandyte got it. No, Ferntree Gully got it on the ground. She's tackled her. She's got the ball. Gee, I love the way, the endeavour of both sides, Ryan. Their tackling has been fantastic. Up goes the ball again, another ruck contest. Dickinson again has got it to advantage, but tackled again by the Warrandyte. That Truella, her second effort, she gets, even if she gets beaten in the ruck, she contests it on the ground for Warrandyte.
Right.
Up it goes again. She got the knockout that time, Truella. It's come out towards Warrandyte's end slightly, but Ferntree Gully are in control. She's got the ball. She's broken the tackle. She kicked. That was Hilda. Hilda's kicked it up to the centre. Marked by Weeks. Weeks is marked what she's done all day. When she's marked, she's played on. She's got 15 metres on that run on, but the ball's gone inside 50. Out again by Ferntree Gully. Weeks again. Kicks it back in again. We're playing ping pong here. Backwards and forwards each way for each team. Right on the edge of the 50-metre mark by Warrandyte. The ball's there on the ground. Both teams fighting for it. And it's going to be a ball up.
Well, let's see what they can do with the ball now, but their last 3 to 4 minutes has been really solid, Warrandyte. They're not letting Ferntree Gully escape that back half with ease. Now a chance at Hilda, who stood up in this third term. That kick will come back, a smart little tap to Coleman. Coleman gets the handball back to McDowell. McDowell, she's caught here by Junginger, and we'll get a ball up on just about that forward 50 line for Warrandyte.
Coleman's been very good for Warrandyte in this
I
quarter.
think she's been one of the best this afternoon, or this morning. 3 behinds Warrandyte, 1-4-10 Ferntree Gully, 12.5 minutes played. Ferntree Gully defending on this footy. We'll get another ball up inside 50 here for the Bloods. Been a great game between the two sides. 1 versus 5 today. Ferntree Gully coming in undefeated. The handball out for Warrandyte, just trying to get a bit of space. But Ferntree Gully's pressure will hold this up on that far side. And if they can hold Warrandyte goalless up until 3/4 time, they'll go into this last term with a lot of confidence that they can run this one out and make it 8 straight. The kick out here from Lloyd, bouncing footy, just able to get her hands on it before it goes out of bounds. So we'll get another ball up
Boundary.
as we go down to Kate Green on the boundary.
Just a quick update on Ferntree Gully player Foster. They've done their assessment. She just had a rather hard hit to the ground when she was tackled. So they're looking at having her back on the field, but not just at the moment.
Thanks, Kate. Doing a great job down there at boundary level out here at Warrandyte Reserve. Great to be out here. First time we've been here, Ray, for the season.
Yep.
As the ball up, won here by Ferntree Gully, but falls into the hands of Callow. And we'll get another stoppage inside 50.
Yeah, Warrandyte, they've got to score a goal out of this. You know, they've got the advantage at the moment. The ball's locked inside their forward 50. Up it goes. Rucks knocked down to Callow. Callow's swung a kick around over her shoulder. The ball's gone down. Warrandyte's picked it up. She is tackled and called for incorrect disposal against Warrandyte. So Ferntree Gully have the advantage now to get the ball out of sight of that forward 50 or defensive 50. Kicked up. And there's a heap of players go for the mark. No one can mark it, but the umpire's pulled a free kick out and it's gone to Meg Callow. She played on for Warrandyte. She kicked it forward, and unfortunately not a Truella there went for the mark but couldn't hold the mark. She's not happy with herself. She's kicking grass around her ankles, not happy, but okay, it's going to be a ball up there. Warrandyte still have the advantage. If they can get from this clearance free, they get a goal. It's game on. Rock out, no ruck got the decisive hit out, and it's tackled by the Crummers at the ground level. Up goes for another ball up. Dickinson has got that knockout again to Ferntree Gully. They've kicked it up not very far. The ball was dropped by Warrandyte, just outside the forward 50 for Warrandyte. Tapped along the ground. Players falling over it. The umpire's called play on. He's let play go here. A lot of players around the football. He's let it go, and he's still let it go. Anyway, eventually he's blown his whistle, and he's going to have a throw up. Up it goes, up go the rucks. Tap out there, and the ball has gone out of bounds. So we have another throw up in exactly the same position. Time ticking away for Warrandyte. They need to get a goal this quarter. They've got that hit out. The hit out went to Callow, Meg Callow. She's picked the ball up, snapped it around her shoulder. Warrandyte have the ball, but she's tackled. And we have another ball up. It's about 30, 40 metres out for Warrandyte. 45 degree on the outer side of the ground. Up it goes again. No, Ruckman got the decisive knockout. Down, Warrandyte. Ferntree Gully have the ball out now. Two hand passes. The kicker smothered by Warrandyte.
We might get another stoppage on that far side, Ray, as Ferntree Gully have just locked it in on that end of the ground. Right towards the boundary side, tap down there from Dickinson. And they'll back it up again, trying to clear this one out. But Warrandyte have set themselves up in this position to be able to lock it in their forward half. Here's Coleman. Will be awarded a free kick for a high tackle. Coleman has been outstanding this afternoon, or this morning. She goes inside 50, bouncing footy over the top of her teammate's head. Under a lot of pressure here is Ferntree Gully as they try and get through their back half. The kick out there from Smith, cut off by Warrandyte as they go back inside. Bouncing footy, chance there for Mulverhill, and we'll get a ball up inside 50 again. 16 coming up to 17 minutes gone third term. They trail by 7 points, the Bloods. Big game out here at Warrandyte Reserve. Standalone going tap down. Warrandyte have got some numbers out the back, but again, it's the pressure from Ferntree Gully, and Jungle lays a very important tackle. So as we said, less than 3 minutes to go as we go down boundary side. Kate Green.
If it wasn't for Ferntree Gully's back five, they'd be in real trouble.
They've been outstanding, you're right, and particularly the likes of Smith, and I think McLeod's done a fantastic job at full back a couple of times. She's played that goalkeeper type role, and their pressure around this, Warrandyte just cannot get a clear kick out and find some space, and they're happy to just run this into three-quarter time, Ray. If they can go in 7 points up, they'll have a bit of confidence in a low-scoring game to run this one out.
Right, I've just been watching. Going. Out of those 3 ball-ups in that position, there's not one Warrandyte player on the other side and in amongst all those Ferntree Gully players. So they're hitting it back, and there's only Ferntree Gully players there. They need to mix it up and someone get over there. Look, they're all Ferntree Gully on that other side. Yeah,
just being able to probably play into Ferntree Gully's advantage here as we'll get another stoppage.
Yes,
Ray, I think Mark and Lachlan just channeled your brain because they've just sent out a message for that.
Exactly. I should be a coach, Kate. Anyway, the ball's gone out of bounds.
How do you think you would go coaching? I don't know.
Free kick to Ferntree Gully from out of bounds.
That's right. So Ferntree Gully to take this out the half-back line towards us on the broadcast side, close to the boundary, through the hands of a teammate there, running onto this one. Vitteretti Going through is Coleman. And a free kick here has been awarded to Coleman. So
Gee, I
right
like
in
her
front of us.
game in this second half.
I think she's arguably one of their best players today, and finds a player there in the middle, Cullen Hall. Cullen Hall now inside 50, looking for Ryan. It fell out the hands of a Ferntree Gully player into the hands of Ryan. Kick towards a dangerous spot in the middle of their forward 50, and they just don't want a stoppage here because that's where Ferntree Gully will be able to hold it up. Tapped out. They look to clear this one. Getting out of space here, Ellinger. And it's cut off by Weeks, Taylor Weeks, who's been outstanding. We're down to 45 seconds in this third term, trailing by 7 the Bloods. Can they get a late goal? Weeks will send them back into attack. Can they get a mark out of this? Pack of players, big tackle laid by Gray, and we'll get another ball up, Ray.
Well, they're giving themselves every opportunity, but unfortunately, as Kate said, that back 5 or 6 for Ferntree Gully, they've been really strong. Up it goes in the corridor. Warrandyte are in position to pick the ball up, but no, Ferntree Gully put her off the ball, and we have another stoppage right in the corridor, just inside that 50-metre arc. Up it goes again. Knockout, kick off the ground by Warrandyte. Ferntree Gully have picked the ball up. They've kicked it clear way out this side of the ground. Oh, great mark there by Ferntree Gully. Great mark. And there goes the siren for three-quarter time. And the score is Warrandyte 3 points, 3 behinds to 1 goal for 10 Ferntree Gully.
Thanks, Ray. The goal kicker there was Ash Hilder in that term, and a 7-point lead to the Gully as we go to our last break for the Deakin University match of the round. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to get started on the fourth quarter of action. Welcome back to the Deakin University match of the round between Warrandyte and Ferntree Gully. 3/4 time here, and it is Ferntree Gully leading 1-4-10 to Warrandyte. 3 behind. Coming into this last quarter of action, a big game. Ryan Long here with Ray Baird. Ray, your thoughts on that third term? I think Ferntree Gully probably controlled the first half of it. Again, Warrandyte had some chances in the second half of the quarter, but just weren't able to find much space in that forward 50, and that's credit to what Ferntree Gully have done defensively.
Yeah, it was a quarter of momentum, as you said. The momentum went Ferntree Gully's way first of all, and they were lucky enough to score a goal eventually. But Warrandyte, they gave themselves a lot of chances to score, and that's a positive. But unfortunately, they didn't get a goal. But I love the way, as I said at half time, there's individual contests around the ground that are going on, and the way each team are attacking the ball. Both coaches would be absolutely wrapped with the endeavour of each of their teams.
Absolutely
Boundary.
right. As we go down the boundary, Kate Green.
Just have Dwayne here. Message for the final quarter, Dwayne. Sorry.
You just got to grind it out. Probably had more control of the game, and we've just been willing to find ways to get that goal and to fight in the midfield battle if we can get on top there and just find ways to grind and push it forward. And the moments the run game can be opened up, hopefully we can get the 4 points from there.
Thanks very much.
Thanks there to Kate Green with Dwayne, the senior coach of the Ferntree Gully Football Club, as they go forward again. Now Ellinger inside 50, looking for Hilda. Doing well there was Vitariti in defence for the Bloods as Renshaw gets a handball out to Hilda, and it's been pinged a throw. So I thought that was legal, but...
That's right.
No, I think it was a attack on the ground. It was that tackle that she got up off the ground, the girl with the football now.
Well, so Warrandyte now trying to clear this one out. All big mark there by Cullen Hall. Almost wasn't quite paid. I thought she had it.
I reckon she had a fair grab of that. That should have been paid. Yeah.
As we get a ball up there at centre half forward for Ferntree Gully.
Boundary.
Let's go boundary, Kate Green.
Just have Lachlan here with me. Your backs are working really, really hard, and your forwards are doing an excellent job.
Yeah, in that third quarter, it seemed to be a war of attrition. We got the ball in there for about 3/4 of the quarter, but because of all that congestion, it made it difficult for us to actually score. So we're going to try and get some speed on the ball. We've made a few changes, and hopefully we can get the ball forward quickly and try and get some score on the board.
Thanks very much, Lockie. All the best.
Thanks there to Kate with Lachlan, and I like the move. Obviously, Coleman's going to probably play the full fourth quarter in the midfield. She's been important. She's on Carter at the moment. And that's right. If they can just find some space and use their runners, Ray, they're a big chance in...
there's still a chance.
Yeah.
Anybody's game still. That's right.
Only
Game
7
on.
points.
Yeah. There's so many players around these stoppages. You know, nobody
it
got
makes
the
it
advantage.
hard.
He's paid a free kick there to Warrandyte. Didn't have the ball, and it's gone to Ryan. Casey Ryan. She's been good today. She kicked it up to the cricket pitch. But the ball's on the ground. In dispute there. A lot of players around it. Once again, we'll have another stoppage.
Well, even if just a score, if they get the next score, then suddenly it's back to 6 points.
Up go the rucks again. Free kick to Warrandyte. She was tackled without the ball, and that goes to Rebecca Cullen Hall. She kicked it out this way. Brianna Smith has got the ball. She kicked it forward, gone to Warrandyte. That was Weeks, whose hand pass put her teammate under pressure. She's hand passed out, called play on. I think that's Coleman again, isn't it? She kicked it out this side, and yes, he paid the mark. I think he was he's paid that downfield, I think, from after the girl was tackled. Anyway, this is Evie Callow. She kicked it up forward. Here's a chance for Warrandyte. Nobody can take the mark. Picked up there by Warrandyte, by Lloyd. Lloyd's kicked it forward. It's into the forward pocket at the Warrandyte goal end, about 35 metres out from goal. Is going to be a throw up from a boundary throw.
Boundary, just quickly.
Down to you, Kate.
Foster, number 3 for Ferntree Gully, is out for the rest of the game. She's just started to get a headache, so they're erring on the side of caution, as she had similar kind of knock in the same area a few weeks ago.
Okay, Carter got the ball from that stoppage, kicked it out, but it was Coleman from Warrandyte who intercepted and kicked it back into exactly the same spot, and the umpires called for a throw up. Probably 20 metres out, 25 metres out from the Warrandyte goal. Up go the rucks again. Warrandyte crumbed that from the knockout from Ferntree Gully. A tap off the ground by Warrandyte to her advantage, but couldn't make advantage of it. Ferntree Gully kicked it up. It's gone out to the 50-metre line, but it's only a Warrandyte player there. She's tackled. She's got a hand pass out. Callow's got the ball. She's kicked it forward. Warrandyte here in a big chance here for a goal, but Smith's hand passes to a teammate who's kicked it out, and a mark has been taken there by Stevens. Great play there by Smith.
Well
Under
done.
pressure, hand pass it to a teammate. Kicked it out here, crossed to this side of the ground. Oh, great mark there by Coleman. She has been outstanding. She plays on, kicks it down into the corridor, but it is marked, an intercept mark there again by Ferntree Gully. Those forwards, he's got to work a bit harder for Warrandyte. Keep the ball in. Nobody can mark the ball. Weeks has got the ball. She kicked it up to the forward line again. The players on the Ferntree Gully players picked it up, but she's tackled. That Ferntree Gully player was Dara. Sophie Dara picked it up. We're going to have a throw up on the half forward line. Up it goes. Knocked out by Warrandyte. The ball's in dispute, probably to advantage of Warrandyte. Into their corridor. Nobody can pick it up. A lot of players around this. The umpire's pulled a free kick out of there.
Going to Casey Ryan.
Okay. He's talking to the Ferntree Gully player, explaining why. So Casey Ryan will take. Now this is where there's got to be a bit of movement on that forward line for Warrandyte, because they seem to be out. She's gone to an outside player, but it is turnover marked there by Stevens. Rebecca Stevens has taken the mark for Ferntree Gully. Kicks it out to right in front of the scoreboard. It's marked there by Campbell, Jessica Campbell. This is where they're dangerous, Ferntree Gully. If they can get this run on the outside, they're going to score. It's gone down the line. Nobody can mark it. Credit to Warrandyte there. They contested that kick in.
Ferntree player down.
Yeah, Ferntree Gully, just keep your eye on that, Kate.
Junginger, I think. Nicola.
Yeah, she's running off there. Okay, new
Number
player.
9.
Yeah,
Yep. Nicola Junginger.
Calf cramps, both both calves.
Okay, this is Carter again. Once again, clearance from the stoppage, but she kicked it. Intercept marked by Warrandyte. Kicked up to the centre of the ground. Two players, one from each side, go for the mark. No one can contest it. Warrandyte have picked it up right on the cricket pitch. They've kicked it forward. Here's a Warrandyte player in position. She's dropped the mark, but she's picked it up and recovered. Here's a mark to Warrandyte. They've kicked it up. And it's a goal to Warrandyte. That is absolutely amazing play. That was Madison Tuella from centre half forward, 35 metres out. That's the goal we needed, and Warrandyte are back in this fight.
Oh, well, it was a fantastic. They were able to turn the ball over, get it inside 50, and they used their numbers.
It all started from the half back line there, you know,
That's
and
right.
they kicked it to the centre of the ground, and they played on, and they opened it up. They kept their forward line open, and they were rewarded.
Ray, they've been building on this all game. You knew it was coming, and they deserved that goal. 139 to 1-4-10. This game is back on. 7.5 minutes played, fourth term. Deakin University match of the round. Ferntree Gully have not lost all season, and they lead by a point here with 13 minutes to play in the final term. A free kick's been awarded out of the middle, and it is going Ferntree Gully's way.
Yeah.
So taking this, it will be Dickinson right in centre square. She'll kick this forward. Could be cut off. It's socket off the ground there by the debutant McDowell. And it ended up in a teammate's hand who sends it long. But Ferntree Gully, it's Smith.
Smith on her own.
Has been fantastic herself. And Smith has a player out on the wing here. McDowell's getting
good
close.
Good
and a great mark under pressure. And well done there by Jessica Campbell to take that with McDowell coming in to close in on the pressure.
That was super impressive.
Campbell towards their half-forward line, cut off there by Lloyd. Lloyd gets it towards McDowell, uses her body well against Campbell. This is a good little battle between the two. Socket off the ground, inside, or just outside their forward 50, using her body well. There was the Ferntree Gully defender who got the kick away to Stevens. Stevens to Campbell. Campbell's kick cut off by Coleman here for Warrandyte. Coleman tries to take on two, just gets rid of it in time. Here's Carter. Carter gets the ball forward, looking for Hilda. Hilda's dangerous out the back. They're doing very well there with Victoriti. Got a kick away. Coming back again. They're still under the pump. Ferntree Gully push forward. Hilda caught by Coleman, and we'll get a ball up. The intensity is lifted again, Ray.
I tell you what, these girls, both these sides, these girls are throwing themselves into the contest. Up it goes. Probably Warrandyte got the advantage there. They've kicked it off the stoppage. A mark on the cricket pitch. She plays on this side of the ground. They've got wide open spaces. They're off to the races. A one-on-one contest. Ferntree Gully's in the right position, and two other players, one from each side, come in. Ferntree Gully picked the ball up. She's run to the open. She kicked it, but she kicked it straight to Cullen Hall of Warrandyte.
Intercept. Ray, you saw him using that space as well.
They're on with this Warrandyte. They know they can get this game. It's gone into the forward 50 and Ferntree Gully are in position. No, Warrandyte 3-on-3 out there at this contest, right on the 50-metre line, on the outer side towards the Warrandyte goal, and the score at the moment is Warrandyte 139 to Ferntree Gully 1310. We're gone nearly 10 minutes into this quarter. One Warrandyte player was pushed completely out of the contest when the ball was not inside. That was Casey Ryan, been a very good player for Warrandyte today.
Yeah, he's got better as the day has gone by. Passes off to a runner. Inside 50 they go again. Ferntree Gully set up well behind the ball. Another mark. And it's Smith again, who's been outstanding.
How many intercept marks has Smith taken today?
About 55, Ray. She's been unbelievable.
She's
she
on
tries
6.
to 6. Very close though.
That's
Coleman.
A good mark, Coleman.
Juggling mark just on the forward 50 line here for Warrandyte. We'll send him back into attack. Even a point will get the scores level. Great pressure there by Campbell. Was able to get the smother and see that ball out of bounds. Well done to Jess Campbell, who's been impressive in this last term. Had a couple of big moments for Ferntree Gully. They hold on by a point here. We'll get a ball up inside 50 for Warrandyte. Close finish out at Warrandyte reserve. They've able to lock this one in for the last couple of minutes. They can get one more as we see a free kick be paid here to Ferntree Gully at the half-back line, Ray.
Yeah, Ferntree Gully have the kick. Kick it outside of that backward 50. They've kicked it forward. No one can mark it. Warrandyte here. As the umpire's pushed in the back. So free kick will go to Warrandyte, and that is Evie Callow. She's running back. They know that time is running out. We've played nearly 12 minutes into this quarter. They've kicked it up to the corridor. Warrandyte and a mark all on her own there. A great mark there by Lloyd. Grace Lloyd. There's got to be a bit of movement on that forward line. She's kicked it right into the goal square, and it's marked there by Ferntree Gully.
Yes, McLeod.
Is it? McLeod, okay. She's marked it. The umpire's bringing a girl on the mark back to the end of the goal square. She's played on, gone to the outer side of the ground. That's a huge kick to the 50-metre mark, and it's marked there by Warrandyte.
Meg Callow, I think.
Callow again. A big kick by Callow, and a great mark there. An absolutely screamer there by Lloyd. Grace Lloyd, Warrandyte, they've lifted themselves, Ryan, in the last couple of minutes.
Oh, they certainly have.
They sense victory here and a lot of pressure under that Ferntree Gully back 6. She comes in for a kick, Lloyd. It's a huge kick. It's a kick. It's a goal. It's a goal, and Warrandyte have hit the front. Everybody here is up and about. All the boys there from the reserves are waiting to get on the ground. They're cheering, and well done to Warrandyte. That's a great mark and a great goal under pressure.
How's the finish on the kick from Grace Lloyd?
Yep.
And that was outstanding. They are in front at the Blood Bank, 2-3-15 Warrandyte, 1-4-10 Ferntree Gully. The first time they've led, I think, all afternoon.
Yep.
So back in the middle again. What can Ferntree Gully do now? Warrandyte with all the momentum. They're winning the ball through the middle again. Here's Smith for Ferntree Gully, doing well, but look at Coleman go. Coleman got the handball off to Callow.
Got runners.
Callow inside 50.
Callow.
Back into fence, a great mark and well needed. Has McLeod with her if she wants to.
Yeah.
Decides to go towards the teammate there at halfback. Here's Carter. Carter turns on the right, throws the ball on the boot, bounces over the head of Callow into space here. This is their best chance. Running onto that was Ellinger.
Oh, great
doing
play.
very well.
Great
It's the
play.
debutant in McDowell.
Yeah,
McDowell
great
does well. And we're going to get a stoppage in the middle. Or in fact, that could have been Mulverhill. And there's a free kick being awarded. And it's a Ferntree Gully free kick. And I believe that was the non-officiating umpire who paid it. Saw something. So in the middle of the ground, Ferntree Gully. They trail by 5 points. First time they've been behind.
Yeah.
Renshaw takes a good mark. A long way from home.
Yeah. Warrandyte have got to just steady here. Ferntree Gully take their time, look for options. No one
Hilda.
can mark it.
There's Hilda, tried to tap it forward. Warrandyte got some space. Coleman's going to run onto this. She gets past one. She can take a bounce if she chooses. Takes a bounce, can take a second. Goes inside 50, out the back. Who's going to run onto this one first? Warrandyte got some numbers. A chance. One more goal might seal it. Under a lot of pressure. Lloyd's tackle not paid. And we're going to get a ball up inside 50, Ray. 14 minutes gone. Warrandyte lead by 5 points.
Yeah, Warrandyte, they look really dangerous then when they kicked it out to the open there. Coleman, what a great run that was here from the half-back line. Ferntree Gully now under a lot of pressure there. The ball's at centre-half forward for Warrandyte, and we have a ball up about 35 metres out, right in the corridor. Up go the rucks. Ferntree Gully probably got the advantage, but it's gone to Crummers there for Warrandyte. She's pushed off the ball by Carter. Doesn't matter, Smith has picked the ball up, kicked it down. An intercept marked by Warrandyte. That is Callow. Callow's kicked it up. Nobody can mark the ball. Ferntree Gully has a lot of pressure. The Ferntree Gully defender tried to take him on, and she got tackled. Absolutely hammered in that tackle, and that was great play by the Lloyd. She has lifted her game. You know, she has been absolutely magnificent in this last quarter, as has, you know, a dozen or so of her mates. She goes back, kicks a goal, and there's
Still a
she
handy
put it
point.
through for a point. That's right. So here we go now.
Boundary.
So down to you, Kate Green.
If you could feel the intensity coming out of Warrandyte's coach's box at the moment, it is at another level than what it's been all game.
That's right. 2-4-16. They lead Ferntree Gully 1-4-10. The loss is almost out of the equation. Holding the ball, free kick to Warrandyte. One score would just about seal this with less than 5 minutes to play. Here's Callow. Finals up for grabs this year. A win here would be just enough to get him into that top four and maybe hold him there. Ferntree Gully defending well, trying to get the clearance out here is Smith. Got it to Carter. Here's Carter. Got the handball over the top. They're going to use their players in Bewers. Bewers will send it towards the direction of Jess Campbell. Did very well. Couldn't quite hold her feet. Out the back was a Warrandyte player there whose kick was out of bounds on the full. So Ferntree Gully will take this ball right in front of us. 16, coming up to 16 and a half minutes gone. 2-4-16 Warrandyte. 1-4-10 Ferntree Gully. Ferntree Gully undefeated this season. This could be their first loss if they can't find a way to come back in this game. And a great mark in defence for Warrandyte. And Callow will switch it into the middle of the ground. The debutant there, McDowell, couldn't quite hold in the mark. Renshaw gets a handball off to Carter. Carter takes on an opponent, takes on a second, gets it inside 50 in the direction of Hilda. Hilda's dangerous. The ball doesn't favour her. Fell into the hands of Itariti and got it inside the middle of the ground. Mark almost taken, and it's a dangerous ball. Who's going to win a free kick? It's Ferntree Gully. You can hear the Warrandyte senior boys down below. Not like that decision.
Yeah, both players under a lot of pressure here. You know, as soon as you get the ball either side, they're being tackled straight away. The intensity's lifted, kicked down the centre half board. The Ferntree Gully player in Campbell dropped the mark. It's kicked out in the open. Warrandyte have advantage here. It's Weeks. Weeks has played a fantastic game. She's kicked it up to her teammate who's missed it. Hand passed by her as she's tackled as well. And Warrandyte here, she got getting tackled by 3 Ferntree Gully players. That just shows you the intensity of what's going on. One of those Ferntree Gully players is down.
That's Renshaw.
Renshaw. Now Ryan, with T's down and the clock keeps ticking. So this is an advantage for Warrandyte.
She looks at a lot of discomfort as well.
I know that you don't want to see a player down, but you know this is where in this situation, you know, maybe to stop.
Well, I think she's about to come off the.
Yeah, I
the
think
field
that
at the
she
moment.
looks like she's finished for the day. I would say so.
Just the way she went down and the
Yeah, I
angle
know.
with the 2 players on top of her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's off the ground, so another player can come on from the other side. And we're into the 18-minute mark of this quarter. Up goes the ball. The umpire, he's picked it up. Nobody can get the knockout. There's going to be a secondary ball. A bit premature, that umpire. Players weren't in position and he's thrown the ball up.
He wanted to get the game moving.
But the clock's ticking, so in a way it's good. Knocked out there by Ferntree Gully in the ruck. He overrung the ball that time, Carter. She's been very good. Ferntree Gully get the ball forward. It's
Watch
kicked the
Hilda.
centre half forward, a one-on-one. Hilda's got the ball. She's kicked the ball. Hilda.
Behind.
And it is a
Ooh.
point.
Well, that takes the draw out of the equation, Ray.
Yeah.
18 and coming up to 19 minutes gone.
Yeah.
2-4-16 Warrandyte, 1-5-11 Ferntree Gully, but it means they can win it.
that's-
Coleman by herself. And
That is great play by the fullback. Not kick it to the contest.
right, found Coleman by herself.
Yeah.
They take a bit of time off the clock. Still in a dangerous spot. We've got less than a minute to go. If they can win this out and get a clearance forward, they'll be on their way. It's a sling tackle. It's a free kick to Warrandyte on the far side, and they are almost there. 50 seconds to go.
Take your time.
Take your time, and if they get a mark or just have a stoppage on the
That's
far
a
side
good
over
kick
here,
too.
and it's going to be Smith who couldn't quite mark it, and a stoppage. That's great for Warrandyte, Ray.
That's right, Ryan.
2-4-16 to 1-5-11. Warrandyte leading Ferntree Gully. Ferntree Gully undefeated coming into this game. Warrandyte were 5th. They'll move into the top 4 if they win here. Going forward, the soccer off the ground there. They're moving the ball through Carter. Tries to get it off. Does get it off to a teammate. Inside 50. Hilda versus her opponent. Coleman's there as well. Bitteretti did very well to hold this up.
Well, she did
And with 10
well.
seconds left, Ray, they're going to hold on Warrandyte. Unless a free kick is going to be paid out of something right now, Warrandyte will be in the top 4. Siren sounds. What a win from the Warrandyte Football Club. 2-4-16 have defeated Ferntree Gully. 1-5-11. Ferntree Gully's first loss for the year, and Warrandyte are back in the top 4, Ray.
Look, what a great game of football. You know, commiserations to Ferntree Gully. They tried everything in that last quarter to score, but Warrandyte, once they got their nose in front, they were not going to lose this game. And look, we've just witnessed one of probably the best game you'll see in Division 4 women's all year.
What a game, Ray, and I believe Kate has the coaches down at ground level. Kate, are you with us at the moment?
No, she can't.
Just turning the mic on, guys.
Oh, thanks, Kate.
You've got Mark.
Mark, we've got you there, Mark.
Yes, right here.
Mark, how's the blood pressure? What a win for the club.
Oh, fantastic win for the club. The girls have really worked so hard for it. The pressure and tackling we've been trying all season, and it really came to play today. So, really fantastic. Best game for the girls.
Mark, we don't like to single people out, but just Charlotte Coleman there, her effort in that last quarter, I think you threw her onto the ball or something, but she was in everything.
Yes, definitely. We had her down back, and we needed to go for the win in the last quarter, and we threw her onto the ball, and she gave us what I know she's got, and it was fantastic. So, and her run, things like that. So, and
a special effort to your first gamer too, Sophia McDowell. She was very good for a first gamer.
First gamer, she's played a lot of soccer, and you could see that. The way she kicked off. So just gives that a bit of unexpected and playing a footy. So it's great to see.
Mark, the attack on the football was great all afternoon. We're going to let you come down and enjoy the song because the girls are coming off the field now. Fantastic win, back in the top 4. Congratulations.
Great, thank you for that. See you guys.
Fantastic for the Warrandyte Football Club, and we'll also have Dwayne in a second joining us from Ferntree Gully. And as you said, Ray, a really fantastic game from both sides. I believe we've got Dwayne at the moment.
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
Dwayne, commiserations for the loss, but a great effort between the two sides. It was very hard contested, and unfortunately for the girls, they weren't able to get across the line, but a great game for Division 4.
Yeah, mate, look, it was a fantastic game. We knew this was a danger game. As I said, Warrandyte's a bit of a dark horse, so they played 4 quarters of their brand of footy, and we just couldn't get ourselves going. Had a couple opportunities in front of goal that we probably could have taken advantage of, but on an overall aspect, Warrandyte, all credit to them and their coaching. They're a really tough team, and they deserve the win today.
And Dwayne, I always like you take your learnings out of losses more than you do your wins anyway, and undefeated season so far. You take a loss now, much better to have that now, learn from it coming into a final series.
Oh, that's it, mate. Like every coach says, it's a week by week, and you definitely learn more today, and the girls will, go back in the rooms, we'll have a bit of a chat, and we'll look at the footage and everything else and reset ourselves for Tuesday night for the next task ahead.
Dwayne, the girls would have learned a lot today being under pressure like that, because I would presume that, you haven't had pressure like that thrown against you all year. But all in all, your back 6, I thought, were absolutely amazing over the whole game. If you have a look at it all, probably in the first half, your entry into the forward 50, wasn't quite what you wanted it to be.
No, mate, I totally agree. Back 5 all year has been our strength, and they were brilliant today. yeah, Warrandyte, 4 quarters of pressure. They didn't allow us to run. They didn't allow us to get the ball on the outside, which we looked to do, which is a credit to them. They definitely learned a lot from the last time we played them. And at that pressure made it really hard for us to get those forward entries that we were looking for. So, as I said, that battle was going to be won in the midfield, and yeah, credit to Warrandyte. That's what they did.
Dwayne, we really appreciate your time again for a match of the round. All the best for the upcoming games. Commiserations today, but we're looking forward to seeing the girls come finals time.
Nah, thanks, mate. Thanks for coming down. Bye.
Thanks, Dwayne, and thanks there for both clubs. They've been outstanding. We're going to do our votes, our 3, 2, 1. Ray, we'll start with you. Your 1, 2, 3.
Yep. All right. For one, I gave to Brianna Carter for Ferntree Gully. I just thought her work around the clearances all day, you know, from quarter 1 to quarter 4. She was an outstanding player. 2 votes I gave to Evie Callow. I thought her work down there.
She was good.
You know, she didn't get a lot of the ball, but when she got the ball, she used it to advantage. So, yeah, number 11, Evie Callow, and the best person on the ground, I thought, not only an outstanding last quarter, but Charlotte Coleman, I thought, you know, for the whole 4 quarters, she was very good.
Definitely right. Kate Green, who's joined us from the boundary. I believe you have your 3, 2, 1 for the game today between Warrandyte and Ferntree Gully.
3 has to go to Coleman. Yeah, she cut out Ferntree Gully's run. If they didn't have her where they had her, Ferntree Gully would have actually won the game.
Yep.
2, I've got to give it to Lloyd. And 1, I've got to give it to Ferntree Gully's Carter. She saved a lot of potential Warrandyte goals early on in the first 3 quarters.
Certainly right. I will apologies to Lloyd, Smith, both Callows. I can't fit them all in because I thought there was a lot of players that could fit into your 1, 2, 3. I just actually given 1 to Vittoriti down back for Warrandyte Chanel. I thought she was outstanding. I thought she did a great job on Ash Hilda. Ash Hilda was very good herself, but she was fantastic in defence and was just able to hold up a couple of times when Ferntree Gully were really pushing. So she gets my 1 vote. Carter gets the 2 votes on Ferntree Gully. I thought she, particularly in that first half, set up a lot of the play. She looked like the one player that could open up the game. She did a fantastic job. And 3 votes to Coleman. Charlotte Coleman was just, I think, by far the best player on the ground. I thought she won plenty of the football, moving into the midfield in the second half, opened the game up for Warrandyte. She won every one of those one-on-one contests. The match went in the end. So for me, Coleman the 3 votes, and if we had an award, we would
give it to her.
Yeah, she was outstanding.
Sure.
But great to be out here at Warrandyte Reserve. A big win for the Bloods. Ray, thanks for joining me this morning. What a great game to be able to sit and watch today.
It was a great game. Look, the schools were very good. As I mentioned, you know, it's Division 4, and you don't get the schools you get up in Premier Division. We know that, but gee, it was a contest, and as I said during the broadcast, both coaches would be absolutely thrilled with the endeavour of their players.
Oh, certainly right, and it's great to see Warrandyte moving to the top 4. They're going to be very close to a final spot, considering their run home as well, Kate.
Yeah, and the really cool thing about it for Warrandyte is this is only the women's 2nd year. So
absolutely.
top
That's
4.
right, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Wasn't an expectation coming in. Absolutely right. And great to be out here today. First time we've been to a Warrandyte senior women's game. We've got Megan Green, who's done a fantastic job on the camera, and we've got to get her off to East Ringwood today. And Kate, thanks for your work today on the boundary.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Ray, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Ryan.
And thanks for having us. I've got to find my car. I'm probably illegally parked at the moment, so I don't want to get a ticket. Thanks for joining us today for the Deakin University Match of the Round.